This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start right here on WKYT. Good morning to you. I'm Andrea Walker.
I'm Bill Bryant. It sure is good to have you with us. Here we are on Wednesday, October 5th, with a lot of things to keep our eyes on.
Now at 6, bracing for Hurricane Matthew. The U.S. could be the deadly storm's next target.
An update on that just ahead. A butcher knife was a man's weapon of choice during an overnight robbery in Lexington. Police still trying to track him down.
And the tattoos are temporary, but a Kentucky artist hopes to have a big impact on these kids that last a lifetime.
Well, the East Coast is bracing for a major hurricane. We see it running right up the coast at this point. The eye of Hurricane Matthew made landfall in Cuba last night. Forecasters are now expanding the hurricane warning area in Florida.
Now check out the size of the storm on our First Alert Defender. The powerful hurricane is expected to move through the Bahamas and be very close to Florida's east coast by tomorrow night. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk with a look at how people are preparing. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, guys. And as many of our viewers are planning for their fall break, just know Hurricane Matthew is expected to hit the United States tomorrow. Now, the hurricane prompting mass evacuations and state of emergencies. Matthew hitting Cuba and Haiti, as you can see, bringing 145-mile-per-hour winds. Cars can be seen floating down the road as streets are flooded. People just trying to get to safety. 11 deaths have already been confirmed. Now preparation is underway in the United States. Long lines at grocery stores and gas stations can be found all along the East Coast. People just stockpiling supplies, bread and water as they brace for Matthew. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina all under a state of emergency. Mandatory evacuations have also been issued to millions of people throughout those 4 states. The goal is to get residents and visitors at least 100 miles away from the coast. And more than 100 Kentucky Utilities employees are headed to Florida this morning to help in those preparations. Meteorologist Mike Harris joins us now. Matthew expecting to hit Florida tomorrow, but what does that mean for us?
Well, for us, it looks like it's going to actually help us out big time because it grabs a lot of that moisture from us and leaves us with a front. Because you got to remember, at the time it's over toward the East Coast, Myrtle Beach area, it'll actually be right there where a front is right over us. So they're going to battle on who gets the most moisture and who doesn't. As of right now, obviously, Matthew is going to take the cake on that. So if it's up toward the East Coast and the front's over us, the front won't get that much moisture, so it'll just be a mainly dry cold front. There's a look of it right now. Obviously, it's not having effects on us at this moment. Defender radar network staying dry outside, and we travel through your afternoon. We'll go from the 50s and 60s this morning to right around 80 degrees later on today, and that will bring us the chance of the mixture of sun and clouds because you get a little bit more moisture in the forecast. But like I was talking about, it actually helps us out for the weekend. I'm going to explain that more in further detail and show you a pretty weird new development that has come overnight with Matthew's track. That's coming up.
Okay, and good for our weather here, it sounds like. For the most part, we know a lot of people are staying in touch with loved ones who live in the South, and many of you may have plans with fall breaks coming up next week. So we're going to stay on top of this.
We will. And in other news, a stretch of I-75 in Lexington is back open after a pretty bad crash this morning.
It happened in the northbound lanes near mile marker 114. That's between the Paris Pike and Newtown Pike exits. The driver hit a guardrail and the car flipped at least once. Firefighters had to cut the driver out of the car. But then we're told that person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We're tracking a crime alert in Lexington this morning. Police right now looking for a man who robbed a hotel overnight with a butcher knife. WKYT's Lauren Miner has this crime tracker report. Lauren?
Employees are still shaken up after police say a man walked in with a butcher knife. Police are still looking for the suspect who robbed the Ramada Inn here off North Broadway. Officers say it was just after 11 last night. A man wearing a white ski mask walked into the inn holding a butcher knife. They tell us the suspect then jumped over the counter and stole money out of the drawer. After he grabbed the money, he then took off. Police did call out a K-9 unit to look for the suspect. They tracked his scent all the way to Judy Lane, but then lost him. Luckily, no one was injured during the time of the robbery. As far as the description of that suspect, all we know is that he was wearing a white ski mask, blue sweatshirt, and black sweatpants. Reporting in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
New on WKYT this morning, a man is in jail accused of attacking a Lexington police officer. Matthew Cross is charged with assault. Police say the officer was investigating an assault on Regency Road when he ordered Cross to sit down. Cross refused, and that's when police say he put the officer in a chokehold. The officer tased Cross to get him under control.
We're tracking a death investigation this morning in eastern Kentucky. Investigators say a man was found dead in a Letcher County apartment. Jenkins police chief says he can't give out many details just yet, and the man's name has not been released to us. Police are needing your help in tracking down an inmate who escaped in Madison County. State police say 40-year-old Jeremy Stone of Webster County walked away from the Bluegrass Career Development Center in Richmond. Now, that center is a minimum security facility. Police say Stone is serving time for theft, burglary, and some drug charges.
A woman now faces murder charges 2 months after a deadly crash in Morgan County. State police arrested Teresa Haney at her home in Elliott County in August. Police say Haney's SUV crossed the center line of Highway 7 and hit a motorcycle. 2 people on that motorcycle, Thomas Tufts and Janet Caskey, died from their injuries. The community continues to rally behind a Lexington man who was shot during a robbery.
Chuck Moore's family says he is recovering well. The marathon clerk was shot 4 times nearly 2 weeks ago. Last night, BD's Mongolian Grill helped raise money for Moore. His son says everyone has been very generous.
A lot of people think the world is a bad place, and I mean, there are some bad things there, but there are also some really good people out there, you know, that really helpful, you know.
Moore's family is planning to use the money raised to help buy him a wheelchair. Well, we love this next story. It usually is stuffed animals or balloons or something like that used to cheer up children who are in the hospital. But a Kentucky tattoo artist is using ink.
Brad Mallory is using his talents to draw whatever temporary tattoo patients at Kentucky Children's Hospital want. He says he hopes the ink will help them keep their minds off being sick. Now, part of his mission is to find out who will be in the hospital long term so he and his tattoo crew can come back with gifts during the holidays.
All right, what a nice outreach, huh?
And he's staying with these kids, you know,
sure,
building relationships with them. It's fantastic.
Can tell he gets a great feeling out of that as well, no doubt. 6:07 our time on WKYT this morning. Want to check out weather now. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris keeping track of lots of things. It's pretty busy there for you, huh?
You know, it really is, because a lot of people, it's not so much busy for our forecasts, but it's busy in our minds because, I mean, you're hearing it on the news, on Twitter, Facebook, right here in the weather forecast, depending on where you are, of Matthew, Hurricane Matthew. How is that going to affect us? Well, let me walk you through it day by day. 62 degrees there in Lexington, 57 in Danville. It's actually a little cool down south. We travel in towards your afternoon, roughly 80 degrees. And we'll stay with a mixture of sun and clouds. And just like yesterday and the day before, we cannot rule out a sprinkle. So just don't be surprised to have a sprinkle, but for the most part, we're going to stay dry. So let's talk about Matthew. How is this going to affect us? Well, some new developments, I talked about this earlier, have come overnight. Watch this. It rolls through the Bahamas, heads toward southern peninsula there of Florida, and this is going to be Thursday night, still showing a Category 4 storm. Watch it roll up the 95 corridor in the far eastern portion of Florida. Now, this is terrible news for them, and the reason being is, even though it's still offshore showing this track, but remember, there's the track. It could be anywhere inside this cone, so it could actually make landfall. But either way, you're talking wind gusts right there, anywhere from 80 miles per hour to maybe possibly 130, 140 miles per hour. Kind of depends on where you are. There's a lot of palm trees. There's a lot of development going on. And those palm trees and houses there, they do not like that. So here's what's going to happen. Rolls up the East Coast. There's Myrtle Beach. There's Saturday at 2 p.m. If you're planning on taking fall break to Myrtle Beach, I would rethink that for the weekend, because it's just not looking good either way, whether it makes landfall or not. I mean, you're talking about extremely strong winds, a lot of rain, and impacts there on the coastline. Now watch this. Here's the development that I was talking about. Lately, past few model runs have taken this right up the East Coast. Now look at it kind of turning back and heading back into the Atlantic. What does that mean? Well, some of these models are actually making it go back into the Atlantic and loop back around, going back toward the Bahamas, head towards southern peninsula Florida. That's one model run, but we'll see if that trend continues because that's awfully strange. We'll see if that continues. But as of right now, how is that going to impact us? It's not really going to impact us big time in terms of wind, rain, anything like that. What it's going to do is it's going to steal all that moisture from the front that's overhead, and most of our weekend actually stays dry because of that system. So Friday off into your weekend, we have some big events. Keeneland forecast actually looks really nice, but I'll tell you this, Friday, it's 77 degrees. Trust me on this, Andrea, because I know you're heading out there.
I am.
You won't wear the same type of outfits on Friday as you would on Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be much different, much cooler in the forecast.
Mike is my fashion expert this weekend, buddy. Thank you.
There you go.
Well, if you don't listen, you might be cold.
That's true, and I stay cold. You know that.
I was talking to some people who have plans to go out for a fall breakout down south and so forth, and Myrtle Beach is where they were headed. I said, you may be helping people clean up. So,
right.
Yeah, gotta keep that in the back of your mind this morning. Keep watch on it. 6:10 is our time. Good to have you with us.
And each morning we bring you weather and traffic together during this time.
We do. Let's go out to Officer Don and see what's happening out there on the roads. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, just check the construction zone inbound Versailles Road. We're moving fine through there right now. Same deal on Todd's Road through the widening project. On the inner loop of the circle at Winchester Road, watch for some delays a little bit later as we'll continue to work there. That'll start after 9 o'clock this morning. Let's get a look outside at overall traffic flow this morning on the inner and outer loops of the circle and inbound Nicholasville Road. We're doing okay. No major issues there. North side looks good too. And a look outside courtesy of the Lexington and Fayette Urban County government. So far, no major issues. As we can see, it's pretty quiet there at Man-O-War and Tate's Creek. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, everybody, make it a great day out there. If you're traveling somewhere, be careful, and let's make it a good one, right?
That's right.
More news coming up on WKYT this morning.
Keep it right here. We'll be right back.
Tim Kaine and Mike Pence trade jabs and defend their running mates for more than 90 minutes. I'm Craig Boswell in Farmville, Virginia, with the top moments of the vice presidential debate.
6:15 is the time now here on WKYT. Strong winds, heavy rains, and a dangerous storm surge are spreading to the Bahamas as Hurricane Matthew approaches.
And the U.S. National Hurricane Center in Miami says the powerful Category 3 hurricane is north of Cuba. Matthew left behind widespread damage in Haiti, and at least 11 deaths are being blamed on the storm that is now headed for the U.S. In Florida, officials are worried that 11 years of storm avoidance has left many there complacent. The Hudson River, not exactly the beach vacation passengers aboard a Carnival cruise ship had envisioned. Because of Hurricane Matthew, they've been rerouted. The ship is scheduled to depart tonight. Carnival Cruises says it will give guests $250 to spend on board and 50% off on a future cruise.
Well, after getting very little attention, Indiana Governor Mike Pence and Virginia Senator Tim Kaine have shared the spotlight in their one and only debate. Craig Boswell is in Farmville, Virginia with a wrap-up of the debate and the most talked about moments. Take a look.
Tim Kaine and Mike Pence ended their one and only debate shaking hands, but for much of the night,
Senator, you whipped out that Mexican thing again.
They went toe-to-toe.
The FBI did an investigation.
Gentlemen.
And they concluded that there was no reasonable prosecutor who would take it further.
Senator Kaine.
Repeatedly talking over moderator CBSN's Elaine Quijano as they fiercely defended their running mates.
Donald Trump supports our troops. Donald Trump supports our veterans.
He won't pay taxes.
The fiery discussion here in Farmville was amplified on social media. On Facebook, one of the most talked about moments was the candidates trading jabs on an insult-driven campaign.
If Donald Trump had said all the things that you said he said in the way you said he said them, he still wouldn't have a fraction of the insults that Hillary Clinton leveled when she said that half of our supporters were a basket of deplorables.
Trump and Clinton meet face-to-face for their second presidential debate this Sunday in St. Louis. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Farmville, Virginia.
Clinton is holding a private event today in D.C. while Trump campaigns in Nevada. A graphic 16-minute video released just a few moments ago shows the moments before and after Charlotte, North Carolina man was killed in a police shooting. Body camera and dash cam video released by police show Keith Scott slowly backing out of an SUV. Police say he refused to put down a gun. The video doesn't conclusively show that Scott had a weapon. Scott's mother maintains he was holding a Quran.
Time this morning coming up on 6:18 here on WKYT. Yahoo reportedly scanned hundreds of millions of email accounts at the U.S. government's request. Yahoo is not denying the report, which says the company agreed to give email access to the NSA or the FBI last year. Yahoo continues to face questions about a breach in 2014 that compromised at least 500 million accounts. Word this morning, the Good Earth Egg Company is voluntarily recalling its eggs because of possible salmonella contamination. It comes after the Food and Drug Administration notified the company that eggs distributed by their facility were linked to salmonella cases in Missouri and some surrounding states. Nike is raffling off 89 pairs of its Back to the Future sneakers. The special edition Nike mags are replicas of the self-lacing sneakers worn by Marty McFly in that iconic movie. Tickets for the online lottery are $10, and the lottery closes on October 11th. All proceeds from the ticket sales will be donated to the Michael J. Fox Foundation. The nonprofit is working to find a cure for Parkinson's disease. Takes you back. Well, for all those Apple addicts out there, there is a new scented candle that smells like a brand new Mac. Okay? When the soy wax candle burns, it emits the smell of unwrapped plastic and cold aluminum. How's that for comfort in the home?
When I saw Mac, I didn't know if they were talking about mac and cheese, a Big Mac, but it's a computer,
No,
so there you go.
Smells like a computer candle.
I was wrong on all fronts.
There you go.
All right, well, WKYT this morning, we are just getting started. Still to come, it's a design that really makes sense. How one man is using his spare change in 6 minutes.
And we got some pretty chilly conditions down south. Most of us actually really nice out there this morning. Now, the next few days, not a big deal. It's off towards your weekend where we see some major changes in the forecast. I'm going to show you temperatures that could possibly, for some zones, reach the 30s. I'll have that coming up next.
6:23 is our time. Time to rise and shine here on this Wednesday. Glad you're on WKYT this morning.
Well, right now, all eyes are on Hurricane Matthew as it makes its way toward the United States.
That's what's trending at this hour here at WKYT News. The Category 3 storm is moving toward the Bahamas. Forecasters are predicting it could be near Florida's Atlantic coast by tomorrow. At least 11 deaths are blamed on Matthew, 5 of those in Haiti. Matthew marched through Cuba overnight.
Lexington police are looking for the man who robbed a hotel with a butcher knife. It happened just after 11 o'clock at the Ramada Inn on North Broadway. Police say the man had some sort of mask over his face when he jumped the counter and stole some cash.
Mike is keeping watch on Matthew, but also on some pleasant weather around here.
Yeah, and it's over towards, say, Dominican Republic and Cuba at this moment, rolling toward the Bahamas. It'll affect the Bahamas here in the next couple of days. Should arrive in southern peninsula there of Florida, I would say Thursday evening, Thursday night. That's the best bet. And then it rolls up the East Coast and takes a hard right when it reaches the Carolinas. If you're planning on going over toward the Carolinas there for fall break this weekend, I would highly rethink that, okay, because we're talking about a huge storm over there, and at that time, it's showing Category 2, roughly 100-mile-per-hour winds. That's just offshore, so just keep that in mind. For us, it's not affecting us right now, but it could affect us there for the weekend, but for the good. 61 degrees there in Moorhead, Lexington coming in the low 60s, London, Corbin area down south, still holding on to the mid to upper 50s. Pretty pleasant start. We'll go through your day. It's going to be another warm one, roughly 80 degrees. With that mixture of sun and clouds. Obviously, guys, a lot of talk about Matthew. I'm going to show you how that's going to affect your weekend forecast and off into next week. That's coming up.
All right, a lot to watch in weather this morning, certainly. Coming up on 6:25, good to have you with us.
Now we have some interesting stories for you. We always do that this time of the day. Here's a question. What would you do with 50,000 pennies?
Well, one North Carolina man, he decided to put them on his car.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Larry Hall, he used a lot of glue and time, and he put 51,000 pennies on his 2000 Chevy Blazer. Says it took him 7 weeks, working 6 to 7 hours a day. He used 80 tubes of silicone glue and 3 gallons of fiberglass boat glue. So the car gained several hundred pounds in weight. He says he found a way to turn his Chevy into a Lincoln. What about that?
Oh, now that's funny, but
Right.
like, does he have a job? He can't. He spent the amount of time you would spend at a job on this car.
Well, he has a car he can show
Pretty
off.
cool.
At least
pretty
we know
cool.
that much, right?
Well, an Idaho dog is now a hero after saving his family from a house fire.
Jackson the pug started barking when he saw sparks coming from an outlet on the wall. One of the owners saw the flames starting to grow and put them out with a fire extinguisher. Well, now look at there. The local fire department is giving Jackson the Hometown Hero Award, and Jackson's owners say he deserves it.
Jackson is definitely a super pug. Yeah, he deserves the hometown hero. He saved our house, he saved our lives, and he saved our memories.
Jackson is the first animal to ever receive the Hometown Hero Award up there. He also gets a firefighter badge as part of the deal and stood proudly there. It looks
Cute
like
as a button. I've always loved pugs. I love their smushed faces. I think they want him to run for president there or mayor of their town. Watch out, he could win.
I was going to say, maybe it'd be a good move.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good to have you with us on WKYT this morning, and all of our top stories are coming right up.
When WKYT returns, if you've ever wondered what breeds are blended together to make your beloved mutt, now you can find out through dog DNA testing.
Look forward to that, and we're going to get to see your dog.
That's right.
All right, that's coming up. Also coming up on WKYT this morning, here are our lottery numbers. Tonight's Powerball jackpot, $80 million. Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $41 million. It's so good to have you with us on WKYT.